Shadow Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Etienne. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
It's complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the back. Got room at the 35. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Lewis to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He'll do it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Wants to go up top. Intercepted deep in his own end. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out of the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state. And bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll ride the hot hand. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They've been running it, but now the pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Power football with the run. Turning it on. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick release by the QB. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This defense has to find a way to account for this tight end. He's working the middle of the field, and I don't know if that was a busted coverage, but there was nobody near him. That's just too simple.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be. That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He wants to change this route. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. The Gamecocks heading quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. That's caught. It's Gant. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. And they're not on the same page there. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Lewis wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Liberty. 2 fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Working that left side. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Lewis to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going for it all. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He might want another play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it down the right side. He's loose. The tag. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Lewis wants to pass. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Clemson.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Pressure coming. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
31, Clemson, 10.
And the Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Lewis to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's his fourth interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Quarterback making checks. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbound.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Going to try to get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
There he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Lewis wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting it on their in-state rival.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Clemson is quick to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a